Welcome to the bat.
This bout is skipped.
And this one has all of... These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Couldn't land that jab. Quick, misses. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
That right jab just misses. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? How about that time counter shot? Can't score with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Well done with that counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Counter punching halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. There's a counter shot. That jab won't score. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. They both want a knockout. You can hold that thought. Crawford is dazed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. Let's get it started in round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Nice defense there to stop the right hook. The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
You've got long arms, you know the bigger fighter. You've got to keep him out there because you're not good at fighting up close and personal. Very, very good fighters can do that. Very, very good big fighters can do that. But use the jab, use the reach, and use that endless shot power.
Nice counter. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance with...
There's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Nobody home with that hook. Punch, counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. That jab misses. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter shot lands. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Throws the jab but does not score. And he scores with a very close round with 10 seconds to go. About a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's a...
On to the 5th we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. Punch. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Missing with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they had...
This is the beginning of round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Beautiful counter shot. And he misses with that jab. They exchange punches. A straight right just misses. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. Hold it right there. Crawford in trouble. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be. Here we go. It's round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. You don't want to trade shots. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get... This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to...
And we enter the 8th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Beautiful counter punch. Nice defense with that jab. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about...
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? And there's the bell for round 9. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Catch and Crawford may be ready to go down. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Ring Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Crawford in trouble. And now they're right back. And what else could they do but to take a knee here?
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent.
And there's the bell to start round 10. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. The straight right just misses. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Stamina is off the charts. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The jab not finding its target. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Terence Crawford just got rocked. No secret who has the advantage after that last. And there's the bell for round 11. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hook won't score. How about that time counter shot? You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Crawford is dazed. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Counter punch. A straight right just misses. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Are all over the place. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. And there's the bell to start round 12. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. That counter shot lands. Nice counter. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Swing and a miss with the jab. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it...
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Crawford may be ready to go down. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.